Hi, evening everyone again. So today we're just going to have a look at taking some cuttings. So everything this month is about what can we really get away with this late in the season. So it's currently coming up to 2/3 of the way through August at the moment. So we're going to have a look at some rosemary. And I've got one that I picked out of a bed that frankly I just forgot about, to be honest with you. So let's just have a quick look at it and I'll explain what's going on. So this rosemary here was taken originally from a cutting not much bigger than this one here. And it's done very well, but unfortunately, frankly, because I forgot about this one, I had it in a bed, believe it or not. You can see that it's become completely pot bound and the roots are breaking through. So this is quite woody here, and you can see up through the stem that we've got, oh, a ladybird, hello. Quite woody growth here. Lots of new growth coming here on the side, which is nice, and it's done really well up at the top. And God, that smells just amazing. But what we're going to do, we're just going to take a few cuttings. I think that's probably a good candidate here. Probably one of these ones as well. And I might take one off of here and here. So I'm going to try and take 4 this evening, and let's just see how we get on. Now, the thing to do at this time of year, don't cut too hard into the woodiness of the stem. We want this to be kind of fairly young growth. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a pair of secateurs, and let's just see if we can take some branches off. So in here, I'm going to try for this one. That's a little bit of new growth here. I'm not hugely optimistic about this one, but the good thing is, with rosemary, it's all part of the fun of trying. Now, my old faithfuls are back. What we need this to be is a fairly sharp cut at the end there. I don't know if you can see that properly. But we want that to really to be as flat as possible. And what we're going to do, we're just going to take away all of these leaves from the bottom here. Just like that. Just take them off. So what you're left with is this woodiness at the bottom. I think that entire one can come out there. Those leaves here, because that's going to go in the ground. And I'll show you what we're going to do in just a second. So what I've done here, I've just taken a standard 15cm pot, put it with some standard multi-purpose compost and vermiculite in here, and that'll just keep the moisture retention going just for all of these little roots, and some rainwater in here. So all I'm going to do is take that, pop it in my rainwater dabber, and this is some root hormone powder. Now you can buy this online very cheaply through Amazon. You can buy it at your local garden centre. Doesn't need to be anything fancy. Any kind of standard rooting powder will do. And all this will do, this will just give it that extra little encouragement to put some roots down. And we're just going to gently pop that in there. Pop that in. And you can see some of these are actually quite short. And I've done that deliberately because I'm not entirely sure myself how well these are going to do. So if we've got a bit of a variety, we can have a look in a few weeks and see how it's actually done. Now, once these are in, we're going to give this a really good water. And I'm going to go and find a little polythene bag to put in the top. See, that's just going in there. And that will be popped in there. Polythene bag just to keep the moisture in at the moment. So pop your lid back on your rooting powder because that will take in all the moisturiser. We're going to give this a water, and I'm going to put this aside for about 4 weeks, and we're going to come back and see how many of these are still standing. And it really is as simple as that. So get going, see what you can do, and don't be afraid to put more in than you might think. You know, do 2 or 3 pots, because at least 2 of these are not going to make it, and that's fine. That's the reason why I've tried to put 5 in here, and we'll just take the strongest ones, and we'll hopefully pot them up, and they can stay in the potting shed over the winter, ready to put out in the spring. So that's it for tonight. That was a very quick primer on taking rosemary cuttings, but you can do that on thyme, you can do that on sage. Just be a little bit careful with the woody herbs. If you cut too deep into the old wood, the roots might not take as well. So let me know how you get on with this. Put some comments, click and subscribe. Let me know how you're getting on. We'll come back and we'll look at these in about 4 weeks. And I reckon, I say about 2 of these aren't going to make it. But give it a go yourself, see how you get on, and I'll see you soon.